Hello, hello. Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. I think it's okay.ちょっとでかいか。Hello, hello. Okay, let's do it. Do this and do this and do this. Okay. Let's go. Let's start with, I'm gonna skip the review time again, and let's start with chapter 31. Chapter 31 is about mathematics. Okay. Let's read the first sentence. The world of mathematics expanded from simple counting, calculation, and measurement to modern mathematics, thanks to fundamental developments in fields such as arithmetic, geometry, and algebra. Okay. The world of mathematics expanded from simple counting, calculation, and measurement to modern mathematics, thanks to fundamental developments in fields such as この3つがわかんないかな。arithmetic, geometry, and algebra. Okay. こっちにした方がいいか。Okay. Expand on something. Expand on something means ちょっと声でかいか。To give more details about something you have said or written. Can you expand on that? She mentioned a few ideas, but she didn't expand on them. 広げなかったみたいな。Expand on something. I think it's okay. It's understandable from the combination. Expands on. And arithmetic focuses on basic numerical operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. 算数か、普通の。arithmetic って言うんだ。What's the difference? What's the difference between arithmetic. What's the difference between arithmetic and math? Oh wait, I forgot to change my keyboard. What's the difference between arithmetic and math? Arithmetic definition: a branch of mathematics that deals specifically with basic calculations, like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. It's about numbers and basic operations, used for counting or calculating. Math. A broader field. Okay, so our arithmetic is one of the math. It's more broader term. Okay. And what is our geometry? I can understand. 地学だよね。And algebra. Do I pronounce right? Algebra. A part of mathematics in which signs and letters represent numbers. You can't really do any advanced math without having a strong understanding of algebra. 代数ってことか。Yeah, 代数 algebra. Okay. Arithmetic and algebra. Got it? Next sentence. While its underlying nature relates to the study of abstract objects, the practical applications derived from it have exerted a massive positive influence on human activity throughout history. While its underlying nature relates to the study of abstract objects, the practical applications derived from it have exerted a massive positive influence on human activity throughout history. Underline. Why didn't I put it underline? Underline. Okay. Underlying. Do I spell wrong? Underlying. Yeah. Underlying means real, but not immediately obvious. Real, but not immediately obvious. And what might be underlying significance of these supposedly random acts? Underlying. 日本語だとなんて言うんだろう。根本的な、根底にある。Give me some casual examples of the word underlying. Here are some casual examples of the word underlying. The underlying reason he left the party early was that he wasn't feeling well. But I think I should lower gain a little bit. Okay. The underlying problem with their plane is a lack of funding. Her underlying fear of failure kept her from trying new things. The argument seemed silly, but the underlying issue was trust. Even though he seems happy, there might be some underlying stress he's not talking about. It's true, but not obvious. The underlying problem with their plane is a lack of funding. Her underlying fear of failure kept her from trying new things. The argument seemed silly, but the underlying issue was trust. Even though he seems happy, there might be some underlying stress he's not talking about. Something that is not immediately obvious, but is important or hidden beneath the surface. Okay. Underline. Derive. Coming from or caused by something else. Coming from or caused by something else. What kind of plants are these ingredients derived from? What kind of plants are these ingredients derived from? What?この材料ってどういう植物から得るの? What kind of plants are these ingredients? Can be taken from ってことか。The English word sushi is derived from Japanese. My love for cooking derives from watching my grandmother in the kitchen as a child. Coming from or caused by something else. Derive. Okay. 起因するみたいな。由来するか。Okay. Exert. To use something such as authority, power, influence, etc. in order to make something happen. Exert. To use something such as authority, power, influence, etc. in order to make something happen. We've been negotiating for months with no progress, so I think it's time for me to exert some pressure. Exert some pressure. To use something such as authority, power, influence. I think it's time for me to use some pressure, I can say. I had to exert all my strengths to open that tight jar lid. I had to use. I think I can interchange with use, exert. Can I use the word use instead of using the word exert? It depends on context, but use and exert are not always interchangeable. Exert, to apply effort, force, or influence deliberately, often requiring physical or mental effort. More formal and specific. こっちの方がわかりやすいかな。To apply. To apply some pressure. He exerted all his strengths. Okay. What about these? Exert. To put forth effort. Apply. He applied a lot of effort to complete the project. He exerted a lot of effort to complete the project. Slightly more formal. She applied pressure to make them agree. She exerted pressure to make them agree. Exert implies stronger effort. He applied paint to the wall. Okay. Well, let's read the sentence again. While its underlying nature relates to the study of abstract objects, the practical applications derived from, came from, it have exerted, applied a massive positive influence on human activity throughout history. While its underlying nature, 自然に数学の根本的な性質は抽象的な対象の研究に関連しているが、Nature is like feature, while its underlying feature relates to the study of abstract object. The practical applications derived from abstract objects have exerted a massive positive influence. ここでの exert は well, it's like influence か。So you can interchange with the word influence. From it have influence, a massive influence. Massive positive influence. Oh, they use the word influence here. Have exerted a massive positive influence. It's kind of difficult to understand the usage of exert in this context. Okay. Underline, derive, exert. Next. In fact, mathematics has become a vital tool for logically establishing solutions to problems in quite a few areas, including manufacturing, chemistry, probability, and statistics. Vital はわかるね。It's like essential or like important, essential but a more life-sustaining way. The problem in quite a few areas. Quite a few means like a lot. A lot. Including probability. Probability is like 確率? The level of possibility of something happening or being true. Probability, possibility と違うんだよね。Probability, possibility. There is a low probability. Wait, what was the difference? What's the difference between probability and possibility? Probability, how likely something is to happen. So possibility is more like specific numbers. Focus whether something can happen. It means something is capable of happening but does not indicate likelihood. How likely something is to happen. It refers to the chance or likelihood of an event occurring, often based on data or evidence. There is a high possibility of rain tomorrow. High probability of rain tomorrow. What's the probability of winning the lottery? The team's victory is a strong probability after their recent performance. There is a possibility of snow this weekend. It might happen, but we don't know how likely. It's possibly that aliens exist. There is a possibility I'll be late to the meeting. Well, it's similar. If you're talking about whether something can happen without caring how likely it is. So probability is more like likely to happen. Okay, there is 70% probability of rain. You can say 70%. But when you say possibility, you don't know the rate at all, so you can just say rain is a possibility. No. Rain is a possibility tomorrow. Based on imagination or potential, based on data, evidence, or math. So probability is more accurate. Got it. これどくか。消えていくか。Okay. Next. Against this backdrop, it has also become an educational imperative. And therefore mandatory subject in many approved school. What is this? Curricula. Isn't it curriculum? Am I missing M? Curricula. No, it's curricula. Curricula. Oh, it's a plural of curriculum. Okay. Curricula. Why not curriculums? Plural of curriculum? No. Curriculum. Am I misspelling? Curriculum, not A, but U. Curriculum. Where various approaches such as recreational mathematics and rote learning are used to teach the subject. Against this backdrop means the things that can be seen behind something. Most things look beautiful against the backdrop of gray walls. The actors performed in front of a backdrop showing a cityscape at night. The economic crisis served as the backdrop for the political changes in the country. Backdrop 背景ってこと？普通に Background Backdrop What's the difference between backdrop and background? Backdrop and background are similar but have different uses depending on context. Backdrop, meaning a setting, scene, or situation that forms the context for an event, story, or activity. It can also refer to a physical background, like a curtain or painted scene in a play. Often figurative or dramatic, highlighting the context or environment of something. The wedding took place against the beautiful backdrop of the mountains. Okay. Background refers to what's behind or surrounding something, either physically, visually, or in terms of information or history. Broader usage for visual settings, details, or personal history. You can see the mountains in the background of the photo. He has a strong academic background in engineering. Soft music played in the background during the dinner. For me, it seems the same. Use backdrop for dramatic or visual settings and figurative context. Use background for general details, history, or physical surroundings. I think in the most context, it can be interchangeable for me. In many contexts, backdrop and background can feel interchangeable, especially when talking about visual settings or scenery. The sunset was a beautiful backdrop for their wedding. The sunset was a beautiful background for their wedding. Yeah, personal history is different. Theoretical or dramatic context. The play used a painted backdrop of the city. The play used a painted background of the city. Sounds odd. Okay. Sounds odd. For native. Got it. Backdrop. これは I'm gonna add it to the memo. Why can I not? Okay. Imperative means absolutely necessary or required, unavoidable, for moral, ethical, or critically important matters. I think saving money for my son to go to university in the future is a moral imperative. Mandatory とかと言い換えられるのかな? It's imperative that we learn now if we want to catch the last train. No. We leave. It's imperative that we leave now if we want to catch the last train. It's imperative. It's required that we leave now if we want to catch the last train. Imperative. Okay. Rote. The process of learning something by repetition rather than by really understanding it. 暗記だね。I think the only way to learn how to write in Chinese is through rote learning. She learned multiplication by rote. Japanese students do that to learn how to multiply 1 by 1 to 9 by 9. 9 times 9. Okay, let's read this sentence again. Against this backdrop, it has also become an educational imperative. Educational requirement? And therefore mandatory subject in many approved school curricula, where various approaches such as recreational mathematics and rote learning are used to teach the subject. Okay. Let's review. Arithmetic, algebra, underline, derive, exert. And this was fine. And backdrop, imperative, and rote. Okay. Let's do one more chapter. Chapter 32. Chapter 32 is about physics. Okay, first sentence. Oh, there's no memo. The definition of physics is fluid and constantly changing, but broadly, it is the study of matter, energy, motion, and force. Physics attempts to explain natural phenomena through observations and experiments. This sentence is fine. The definition of physics is fluid and constantly changing, but broadly, it is the study of matter, energy, motion, and force. Physics attempts to explain natural phenomena through observations, and experiments. Okay. Next. Albert Einstein's general theory of relativity. Is this 相対性理論? General theory of relativity, for instance, determined that gravity is brought about by objects. Brought about. わからないね。By objects. Distorting and bending space and time, which are considered to be on the same fabric. Bring about. Bring about means to cause something to happen or to produce a particular result. The new policy brought about significant changes in the workplace. Our efforts brought about a positive outcome. さっきのと一緒か? Which one was that? Exert. だっけ? No, derive? Exert. It's kind of similar to the word exert. Is caused by object distorting. Distort means to change the shape of something so that it looks strange or unnatural. I think social media has a tendency to distort. Do I pronounce right? Distort.
Distort.
Distort. Distort the truth. The map distorted Greenland to appear 4 times its actual size. 歪ませるとかだね。Gravity is brought about by objects distorting and bending space and time, which are considered to be on the same fabric. I think even if it's Japanese, it's gonna be difficult to understand. Let's see. 重力は同一の構造上にあると考えられる時空が物体により湾曲して生じることを明らかにした。Difficult. That gravity is brought about by objects distorting and bending space and time, which are considered to be on the same fabric. Okay. So distorting and bending are kind of similar, right? Distort and bend. Distort and bend. Are there any differences between distort and bend? Are different, but can sometimes overlap depending on context. Distort, to change something in a way that makes it look, sound, or seem wrong. So it should be unnatural. The result should be unnatural. Okay. It often implies a negative change, like twisting the truth or wrapping an image. Alteration that makes something misleading, unnatural, or damaged. The mirror distorted my reflection, making my face look stretched. The news report distorted the facts to make the story more dramatic. His voice sounded distorted on the phone due to bad signal. Okay. Bend. To carve or change the shape of something without necessarily damaging it. It can be physical or figurative. Flexibility or carving usually does not imply damage or deception. She bent the wire into a circle. I had to bend down to pick up the keys. Rules can sometimes be bent to make exception. Okay. I think I can understand the differences. Use distort when something is twisted or altered unnaturally, often negative. Use bend when talking about carving or reshaping something, often in a physical sense. Okay. Bring about and distort. Next. Although this appears intimidating is like intimidating is like lightning or scary. Intimidating, making you feel frightened or nervous. It's kind of same. Do you find Connie intimidating because she is tall or because she is loud? She can be very intimidating when she's angry. Okay. Although this appears intimidating at face value. At face value? What is face value? Many domains of physics have been exploited. Ooh, I forgot the meaning. To trigger generous leaps forward in technologies that are now part of our daily lives. But although this appears intimidating at face value, what is face value? Face value. Face value. Face value. The value or price that is shown on something such as stamps, coins, or paper money. The value or price shown, for example, on stamp, a coin, or a bill. The amount that is shown on a banknote, a coin. Face value. In this sentence, what does face value mean? In this sentence, face value means how something appears at first glance or on the surface without looking deeper into the details. Don't take everything at face value. Judging based on surface or like just appearance. Simplified meaning. It refers to the initial impression or immediate appearance of something rather than its true meaning or complexity. Okay. Face value っていうんだ。Although this appears intimidating at face value means although this might seem scary at first glance or on the surface. Okay. Face value. ここにメモしとくか。Okay. Although this appears intimidating at first glance, many domains of physics have been exploited. Exploit means to use something in a way that helps you. To use something in a way that helps you. Japan are incredible at exploiting the weakness of the opponent. We need to make sure that we exploit our resources as fully as possible. Exploitation 聞いたことあるけど忘れたな。exploit 利用するってこと。We need to make sure that we exploit our resources as fully as possible. Exploit 利用する、搾取する、開発する。Okay. It's understandable. Exploit. Many domains of physics have been exploited to trigger generous leaps forward in technologies that are now part of our daily lives. Okay. In many fields of physics have been used to trigger generous leaps, to move forward in technologies that are now part of our daily lives. Okay. Next. A good example of this is the integrated circuit. Integrated circuit. I think I know the word. Integrated circuit. なんだっけ？基板？I forgot. Pioneered by a winner of the Nobel Prize in Physics 2000, Jack Kilby. It has been deployed in virtually all smart devices, including tablets and smart appliances. Integrated circuit. 集積回路。半導体。集積回路。But integrated as itself means with two or more things combined in order to become more effective. I think we should take more integrated approach to environmental protection. The town's modern architecture is very well integrated with the old. Combined in order to become more effective. Integrated circuit, pioneered by winner of the Nobel Prize in Physics 2000, Jack Kilby. It has been deployed. Deployed is like released or used. It has been used, deployed to use something or someone, especially in an effective way. The US recently deployed an additional 2,000 soldiers to Syria. The news about an airbag accidentally deploying was really scary. And virtually means almost. including tablets, smart appliances. Okay. I think it's okay. Let's review. Bring about, distorting, face value, exploit, integrate. Okay. Wait. Done. Okay, it's almost an hour. I can do one more chapter, but it's kind of long, so maybe I'm gonna finish here. Okay, I did 2 chapters. In the next stream, I'm gonna do chapter 33 and 34. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more streams to finish the whole chapter. Okay. Good. Okay, let's finish here. Thank you for watching, and wait, I wanna do the thing. Wait. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next stream. Bye.